We made it across the road, and as most of you are familiar, been here long enough, you're familiar with this as the old car dealership. And one of the things I was asking Josh is you're going to put some signage up there, aren't you?
Yes. So we're putting a big sign right above the door, and so we're just waiting for approval from the town, and so it'll say Pittsboro Feed up there, big white sign, hopefully.
It's going to be lit so I can see it at night?
So it is not going to be lit, but the parking lot has tons of light. We've looked at it for about 4 months and at different times, and it's really bright in this parking lot.
And you've got a lot more parking out here than you do at your old location.
And a lot safer parking, which is one of the big positives that we're really excited about, and our staff is really excited about. So come on in.
All right, so this space we're looking at right now, this is going to be all of your retail space.
Yep, so there's a few things that you will see that are missing in here for our warehouse 2 that we're waiting on from our old store that we're going to have to do when we make the move. But almost all of our shelving is up. And then we're waiting on shelving for when we make the move. And then over here to the, I guess, my right, Jean's left, where actually Libby is, you'll see, can you see in the video that it's not painted really nicely? Can you pan over there?
Yeah, we can pan over there. Well, that wall isn't painted. It looks fine.
Well, no, on the floor.
Oh, on the floor, okay.
So we've painted the floor really nicely. Over here on this non-painted portion, this is going to be our new warehouse for over here.
All right, now this area here, this warehouse area here will not be open.
This will not be open. There'll be a wall right here.
Okay.
There'll be a wall and then more shelving right here. And that's coming from our current location.
And you got a big door there so your trucks can easily unload.
Unload and then be able to load our customers too from here.
All right. You mentioned, we were talking about the fact that you have your delivery side of the house has been very successful.
Yes.
How much of that business are you doing per day, per week?
So we do about 350 deliveries per week out of Pittsboro Feed. And so we accept any person who wants a delivery, and so it's based on a tiered system, but if you're really close, and we have 3 zones, but as I said, we deliver 63 miles away. It starts at $4 delivery fee and no minimums.
All right, someone's going to ask this, why 63 miles?
Because it works on a zip code system.
Okay.
And so that's the furthest that we've gone out.
All right, so if I want something delivered, what do I need to do?
You just go on pittsborofeed.com, set up an account, and then we will find you on our scheduled route day, and that's how you get the really economical fee of $4 for if you're in zone 1.
Can I also come into the store here and say, hey, I want this, that, and
we'll put it on there, or you can call in.
Okay.
So you can.
So if I'm not sure what I want, let's say I'm starting something new, and I come in here and get advice from you folks as to, hey, here's what you probably need. I can order it here, but then if I want to get resupplied, I can just do that online or call it in.
You can just do that online, and the beauty of our website and our point of sale system and our online site, they all talk to each other. So if you bought, let's just say, Purina Equine Senior for your horse, and then you're like, oh, I don't remember, and you go online, it's already right there, so you don't even have to remember. You can just hit reorder.
It sounds like some other big
companies, yes, because we know that you have a busy life. And then the other great thing is we put you on our weekly text reminder because we know you have a busy life again. We don't send out any spam because I hate spam. We only send out 2 text messages a week just saying, hey Gene, don't forget to place your delivery order this week. And just has our link to our website, and that's it.
So is that text reminder geared towards each individual?
It's each individual.
So if you have a order pattern that's different than my order pattern?
No, it just goes out every week.
Okay.
Yep, it just goes out every week. And most people are okay with it because we don't send out any spam. It's only twice a week. And
so you're basically checking in on them, just reminding them that, hey, maybe it's time for you to reorder.
Exactly. And it just places a little reminder in their head. And so let's just say you're a Wednesday delivery. It sends out on Monday at 9 a.m. and Tuesday at 6 p.m. And so we're trying not to hurt you while you're sleeping, or the person who's working late, or the person who has third shift, something like that. So we're trying to really take really make it easy for you guys.
What are some of the other nice things or nice advantages of having all this new space?
Be able to show you guys everything in the store. So everything that was in our current warehouse. So this is where all the feed is going to go. So putting like the senior section, the layer food section, the starter section for chickens. And then, as I said before, we had the separation of the levels in the store. You don't have that anymore, so it's easier for elderly people. We're gonna have shopping carts. We've never been able to have that because of the separation of the section. We're gonna be able to expand into more. This big old section is going to be our general store section.
So this is going to kind of be where what you see in your front
Correct.
store part right now, this is all going to be in this area.
Correct. And right about in this front area when you walk in.
All right, let's you got how many rows here? 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then along the back wall, there'll be 11 and then 12. And then along this wall, there'll be like 13.
So that's considerably more than what you've had in your existing store.
Correct. And then the other nice portion is we've left huge open aisleways.
Right.
Because you know at other stores, you feel like you're claustrophobic and really tight. That's one thing.
So we can easily move around.
Especially with shopping carts, or if we're restocking the shelves, we're not in your way.
Right.
And so we've been laying it out, like we've talking about expanding our bird seed section because we know you guys love the wild birds. That's what we love.
How about tame birds?
That's over at our pet supply
store. There you go.
That's over at our pet supply store. So it's a very big section. Then also, we don't have to go back in there, but there's a conference room. We're gonna hopefully be able to, after we open, we're gonna outfit that to be able to host meetings and stuff like that, to have people come in and learn about horse feeds, to have 4-H meetings and FFA meetings.
So not as well as what? It sounds like you may have educational classes or
Correct.
opportunities for people to learn about different things.
Anything.
And you said you with all the emails and texts you send out, I guess you can get really good amounts of feedback.
Correct. Yes.
All right. So we're just taking, I mean, this is definitely,
It's huge.
it's yes, huge or spacious. So it's
Correct.
definitely more move around space, a little bit less.
Yeah, we're really excited to have everything in one location too, of like garden seeds, and then garden fertilizers will be right next to each other and they're not spread apart. Same with grass seed. You'll be able to see like 25-pound bags of grass seed and then 50-pound bags of grass seed. They are not together right now in our store because they have to be in our warehouse because we don't have space.
How did you figure out what's going to go where?
So we used one of our companies, manufacturers offer a service that help us lay out the shelves, but then we took what we know from our customers and what they want.
So you got your base knowledge from your existing store. You've got some help on, hey, here's a good setup. So
Correct.
The setup may change,
Correct.
but you're going to start off with, hey, this is what we know, and you're going to adjust as you need to as
Correct.
you figure out the flow and what
Exactly.
needs to be where.
Exactly. And so one thing we also realized is our checkout counter has been a little outdated, and can be too many people waiting in line. So we're adding one more checkout counter.
All right. So instead of 2, you've got 3.
Yep,
Okay.
so we'll have 3, and then we will have a helping station. So if you have feed questions, we'll be able to help you at the end of the counter here and take a little bit more time, and you not feeling pressured that you're taking up somebody's space while they're checking out. So we feel that we have a whole bunch of space in here that we can help a lot more.
Now, those booths back there left over from the car dealership?
They are left over from the car dealership, but we are utilizing them because we have a lot of people who utilize our online store for deliveries,
Right.
but also online pickup. So we're going to utilize this to...
Wait. When you say online pickup, what exactly do you mean?
So they are buying online, shopping online, and then they just put purchase, and then they come in store, call us, and then we'll bring it out to their car for them.
You're trying to make this as convenient as possible for folks. It
Yeah, we
sounds like.
want you to come buy from us because we appreciate you, but we want to make it as easy as possible. Especially one of the biggest cases that we have found is when a mother has like three young children, she's rushing and she doesn't want to leave her kids out in the car. We just come out there and bring it out there, and she doesn't want to shop, but she wants the experience of shopping and seeing all the products because we didn't have a catalog, but now she can shop our whole entire store because we have a catalog. And then at our old store, which we didn't see, we don't have enough office space and we don't have enough storage space for things. So one of them is going to be a co-working space for a lot of our staff, and then a stock room, and then just office space for a lot of staff members.
All right, here's a Josh Miller question. Josh, what puts the biggest smile on your face about working at Pittsboro Feed?
Seeing the customer make the perfect purchase and seeing them happy with their animals. So after they come in having a bad experience at another store, that doesn't make me happy. But then they were talking about how they didn't get any feed recommendations, and then we spent 30 minutes with them talking about their horses and their whole entire farm, and then we spent a whole bunch of time working on a personalized feeding recommendation about their horse, and then 2 months later they come back and say, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that this helped me. Or when they come in and they didn't know anything about chickens and they read all this stuff online, same exact thing, but just in the chicken world, and we gave them the correct knowledge and made it super simple.
I assume people shouldn't trust everything they read on the internet
Correct.
about chickens.
Correct. So, and same with everything else. There's a lot of internet heroes out there.
Yes, my wife was a former pediatric nurse, and she said, don't read anything about kids on the internet, their health, just call me and I'll tell you what's current, because there's still a lot of old stuff out there.
Correct.
You also sell knives, don't you?
We do.
All right, I'm going to bring this up because talking about happy memories, I think there was a situation maybe last year or a couple of years ago where a father came in with his son.
Oh, that was actually this year during, so this year when we had a whole bunch of people waiting in line, there was this young kid, or young boy, and his father, and they were just staring at our knife display. And he really wanted a knife, and they were just waiting, and then I overheard them talking, and then I ended up giving him one of our knives that he was looking at, and it made his day. And I just remember getting my first knife, and so it just makes people happy. And so we try to create those memories, and we can't do that to every single child, but he sat here and waited from like 4 a.m. to get baby chicks, and it was one of the least things that we could do, because we have people who come from the beach to buy baby chicks or something like that, but the kid was very happy. So
Hey, I remember getting my first knife as a kid, and I remember, I got to carry it around till high school, because I'm that old where back in that day it was okay to bring a knife in because you didn't worry about somebody stabbing somebody.
that's right.
So yeah, that's a nice memory. Okay, we got to wrap this up. Hours of operation.
So Pittsboro Feed is open Monday to Friday, 8 to 6 p.m., Saturday, 8 to 3 p.m., closed on Sunday for church. Pittsboro Pet Supply, and those aren't changing with us moving here, but you can shop online all the time. But then our pet supply store is Monday to Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 3, closed on Sunday for church. So.
All right, folks, you got the layout, you got the hours. Oh, I know you don't have an exact date, but when are you expecting to open this up in a general?
Hopefully sometime in September, so.
All right, so that's a few months away. Do not call and harass Josh. When are you going to open? Because he's going to put that out on social media.
No, hopefully in September, and then we'll have plenty of signs on our old building say that we've moved, and we're hoping that it'll be really great.
Yeah, Josh showed me some of the signs, and he's also going to text over the map image so people can visually see it where it is. Yep. If you're familiar with the car dealership, you know exactly where it is. If you're not, you'll get very familiar with it. Josh, thank you so much, folks. You're going to need to check out Pittsboro Feed when they move to their new location, hopefully sometime in September.